Hey there, hi there, ho there everybody! Welcome back for another Minecraft tutorial here. This Ocean Island safe house is a great build for those small islands, and today we're going to put one of those islands to good use. There's a download link in the description below if you want this house that I built here, but if you want to try building it on your own, we're going to do that today too, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Let's get started. Alright, so step one is going to be planning the layout and doing a little bit of terraforming. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more land to work with. We're going to expand it like this. And then we're going to come over to this side and expand it a little bit over here too. That way we have enough room for a house and a little bit of a decoration area. Next, I think I want to make this area right here like a little beach. So go ahead and get some cut sandstone slabs. These are nice and smooth, which will add a nice variation to the texture of the sand. And go ahead and put some of these around here. Make it a very gradual slope. And while you're at it, go ahead and add some in the water too. And there we go. Here's the layout for the house I'll be building today, but your island might be different. Regardless, this house will work with any island. You might just have to rotate it or put it out over the water a bit. We're going to start here in the corner by placing down a spruce log, and then we're going to get some spruce planks, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and then we're going to take another spruce log and put that in the corner. So you should have something that looks like this. Get your spruce planks back out, and from these corners here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go over here and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to get our spruce logs out again. Right in the corners, we're going to go just like this. If you have a step down on your island, just put an extra spruce log there. And what you should have is something that looks like the letter U with the 4 blocks in the corner. Next, you're going to come out 12 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If it comes out over the water, that's okay. And then we're going to put another spruce log right here. Now, if you are going over the water, you're going to have to swim down to bring up the log, just like that. This is going to be the support for the house. And then we're going to come out 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just like we did on the other spots, diagonal, put a spruce log, just like that. Now we're going to keep going in this direction by putting another spruce plank here and doing 5 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do another spruce log right here in the corner. And then we're going to do 5 planks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if it comes out over an overhang here, just put an extra one in there. Then we're going to take another spruce log and place it right here. If you want to add a little extra touch, you can get rid of that grass block and put another spruce log in there. And we're going to come off of this spruce plank here, and we're going to go 2, 1, 2, and we're going to place a spruce log there. And this is going to be the entrance to the house. So we're going to leave a gap here, and we're going to place a spruce log over there. That way we can put a doorway in there. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put a spruce log right about there. Good. We're almost done. We're going to come over this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Put another spruce log right there. And then all we have left to do is this last wall here. So get your spruce planks. And we're going to continue on this diagonal here. So we have plank, log. We're going to do plank. You can see that diagonal line. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. I'll put up the measurements on the screen for you here, just so you can see the sizes of the blocks here. And then we're going to build up these walls 3 blocks high. Since we already have 1 layer down, we just have 2 to go. And then when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. You see the walls are built up here, and everything's good to go. Next, we're going to work on building up the flooring. So go ahead and get your dark oak planks, and you're going to dig down one level and replace all of the grass with dark oak. And there we go. Now that we have the flooring done, there's just one more thing to take care of. If you built over the water like I did here, what you're going to want to do is take your wall color, in this case it's spruce, and you're going to want to fill this in. If you have any parts that are sticking out like that, you can just break them and fill it in there. And you want to get this nice and solid. So go ahead and do that. And then just kind of go around your island and see if there's any spots where you can replace a log or maybe change up the wall there, make it nice and solid. And yeah, then we'll be good to go. Alright, now that we're done with the outside, it's time to work on the roof. Now for the roof. For this you're going to need a temporary building block. In this case I'm going to use cobblestone. And you're going to want to go to the center of the main part of your house here. In this case the center lines up with the doorway. So we're going to go right to the doorway, and right along this wall we're going to start our roof. It's going to come up in a triangle formation, kind of like this. So we want to find the center. Take your cobblestone or whatever block you're going to use, and just build a really tall pillar. We're not going to use it all, and of course the roof isn't going to be that big, but it'll give us a base to start. Then we're going to come off of this side block here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then go ahead and get your spruce log and go up by 2 and over 1. Up by 2, over 1, up by 2, and over 1. So you should have something that looks like this. Next we're going to change it up. We're going to go up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, and then for the last part we're going to go up and over. Now all that's left to do is to take this pattern here and copy it the exact same way on the other side. Now you'll notice here on the sides, or more on the tops rather, we have the log pattern that kind of doesn't match with the darkness of the log. So to hide that, we're going to use dark oak stairs. Take those blocks that are showing and replace them with stairs. You want to do the same thing underneath too. Take out the block, put in a stair, and there you go. And already you can see the difference it makes on the right hand side, the side we did, and the side over here that looks more blocky. And there you go. Once you're done, you take the cobble out, and the only other thing left to do is to copy it all the way on the other side, right here. To know where to start on the other side, we're going to take our corners of the roof here, and we're going to take them all the way out. Go ahead and bring them across, all the way through the inside and to there. Same thing with the other side. You're going to take this all the way out, just like that. Now you want to make sure the roof overhangs a little bit, so when you do it over here on the other side, don't put the logs right up next to the house. You want to let them overhang just a little bit. Now all that's left to do is take this pattern and build it over here. You can do the up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1 method, which is easier to keep track of. Or, right off the bat, you can just take your stairs and build it like that. Go up by 1, take your stairs, go around like that, and copy the pattern we have over there. There we go. Now if this end block is bothering you, there's one of two things you could do. You could either take it out and put a staircase in, which is sometimes what I do, or you could also take a spruce wood block and put that in there. That way all 6 of the sides have the same wood texture and it doesn't stick out all that much. Now we're going to fill in the inside of the roof. We're going to start by getting our dark oak planks, and you're going to want some sort of a temporary block. Start at this stair right here, this upside down stair, and build out 2 blocks. Get your temporary block here, put it next to that, and then go on top of that 2 times. So right now you should have something that looks like this. Then get your temporary block, build up 2 more times. Let's break those temporary blocks there. So now you should have something that looks like this. And then we get our temporary block again, put it there, dark oak plank, temporary block, dark oak plank, and then build across the way. You can see I already did this on the other side too. Now all that's left is to take this pattern here and build it all the way across. And there we go, there's the roof. Now you can see it's kind of blocky, so what I like to do is go in with some dark oak stairs and half slabs and just give a little bit of detail. I go right here towards the center, break it out a little bit and put in some stairs and put some half slabs on the side here. What we want to create is this natural curve in the roof. You see, older houses like this and even modern houses that have been around for 100+ years, the roof kind of starts to get a minor dip into it, just a little bit. So we want to create that and give it a little bit of shape as well. Now if you want to put in half slabs here but there's no block behind it, that's okay. You just go in with half slabs underneath and you're good to go. There we go. See, it's got a nice curve to it now. I also put a little bit of curve in the base of the roof, the foundation, so it gives a nice little dip there and kind of follows the curve of the roof. Now all that's left to do is to do the same thing on the other side, but before we do that, we have to finish off the roof on this little part first. And we're going to do it the same exact way we did this roof, just on a smaller scale. So go ahead and get your temporary block, find the center. In this case, the center's going to be right here, and build up a bit. There we go. Take the side of this pillar here, and this time because it's smaller, we're only going to go 2 blocks out. Then go ahead and take your log and go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. And because this is smaller, instead of going up 2 over 1 again, we're just going to go over 1, up 1, over 1. Now we do the same thing on the other side. Then remember, we have to fill in these log faces with dark oak stairs. So we take that out over there, take that out over there, and over there. We do the same thing up above. There we go. Now we take the ends of our support here and build them out. There we are. And just like we did for the other roof, we made this center part here. We're going to fill in this roof over here. Go ahead and get your dark oak planks, build that over, get your temporary block, and build up your dark oak planks by 2. There we go. Build it over. Now when you're building this over, you want to go right up against the roof. There we go. Now we're just going to shape up this side of the roof and this side of the roof. Like we did with the other side, we gave it a little bit of a curve. And there we go. Now before we move on to the inside, there's just a couple little details out here that we got to patch up. First, well, you can see the walls are wide open. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our spruce planks and we're going to build this up just like this. Make sure when you clean up the spruce, you also get underneath here. It's an easy spot to miss because it's not really that visible. You can also take some dark oak stairs and put them in where the roof's popping out, just like that. And there you go. Another thing you can kind of do to clean up the outside of your house is put in a cross brace here. Not only does this add extra support to the house, but it also kind of breaks it up. Without this cross brace, the front of the house would look too big and it would kind of make it look flat. So this gives it a little extra depth and allows you to detail it a little bit too. What I like to do is I like to go in with some stairs here and place them in the corners. I could place one there too. And see, just like that, just with a couple of stair blocks, you get a little bit of detail. All right, and the outside of the house is done. You see, we have a nice shape to the roof here, and we put in some holes for windows. And another thing you can do too is, especially in these areas up here near the roof, you can put in some really, really nice stained glass pieces. So break open a couple of holes here, maybe do something like that, put in some glass behind it, and you're good to go. There we go. We put a couple of trapdoors in here for some detailing. And one last thing I recommend, if you're going to do stained glass, try layering it. So we put regular glass blocks in the back here, and then I'm just going to put some glass panes in the middle. And one of the last things we're going to do here is we're just going to put a little dock out the back. You can see I carved out a 3x3 hole here, and I put it just below the stained glass, right in line. Whatever color you used for the floor, you're going to get those half slabs too. Knock out those 3 blocks, put those in, and you're going to take these out by 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do that with the other 2. Then we're going to get some trapdoors and, well, actually make the dock. I like to use spruce because it kind of already looks like a dock to begin with. Start by making a 3x3 here, like so, and then you want to put trapdoors underneath too. That's going to help to thicken up the dock and make it look more sturdy. There we go. Now all that's left is to build this out by about 10 blocks or so, and then we can start detailing. There we go. Now, it kind of looks like it's just floating there, so we're going to have to put in some supports here. For this year, we're going to want to get some spruce logs, and you're also going to want to get some dark oak fences. Now, whenever you're building a dock, you always want to put a support at the corners, because that gives a place for this to attach onto and a place for this to attach onto for support. Now, I know some people like to have these shorter supports here, or maybe even put a dark oak slab on top like that, but I prefer to have longer supports. If you ever look at a real dock, the longer supports are what you're going to see because a longer beam adds more support for the dock. Now, from here, you can either put a fence on top or you can even put some dark oak stairs on it like that. Whichever you prefer. It mostly comes down to your own tastes and what you like. Then what we're going to do here, just like we did with the house, we're going to come to this corner here, and we're going to build this up, like so. And then we're going to go straight across from this one here, and build this one up too. And then to wrap things up here, we're going to put 2 more supports on each side. We're going to put one in the middle, and then one at the end to support the edge of the dock. And then finally, to wrap it up, we just do a little bit of detailing. You can see we just did some andesite walls here with some half slabs and trap doors right on top of the wooden supports here. And I put a couple lanterns on it. I also put some trim on the outside here, making sure to leave a space here so you can still see the water. And then as you come up here, you go in the house. Now, one last thing you can do, of course if you have the materials for it, is just add a little extra detailing. I'm going around here with some fence posts and just putting a little bit of accent on the outside here. But of course you can use slabs or trap doors, work really well for this as well. There we go. And you can see it adds a little extra depth. You see in the front here we have the post with the lanterns, and then in the back we have the trap doors and the fences. Just that little extra touch makes it nicer. And then all that's left to do is to detail. I did the interior of this here. If you download this world to use it for your survival world or a server, this is already going to come with everything you see here, along with a couple extra little goodies. I got some basic starting equipment, some stone tools, and a little bit of food to get you started. And there's also a couple of extra surprises. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Bye-bye.